One shot. Make it count.
So I hear you've got a little bit of a to catch a predator problem. I can help you out, but you're gonna have to help me out in return. What'd you say? No, hold on. Alright, you got me misconstrued. You see, look, Chris Hansen's got a weakness, and that weakness is money. Well, yeah, you got that right. He loves fraudulent checks. So all we gotta do is bait him with money. Yep. See, he likes to scam people with checks that bounce. So all we gotta do is bait him on the paper, get it on video, and no more chat logs, no more have a seat right there. That motherfucker's gonna be in jail with his ass sore for years, and we're gonna be singing sayonara and fucking young girls. Oh, this is great. Hold up. Bald Beaver Hunter 69's got a bite. You see, I've been hunting this young pussy for a second now, and it's looking real. Hey, isn't this Chris Hansen? This is not Chris Hansen. I need this. Don't take this away from me. Welcome back to Akimbo Arc. It's your boy, Bandito, and yes, we've got another To Catch a Predator video. Needless to say, we are really enjoying this series. I mean, seeing grown men go for kids, cry, and then beg for mercy. I mean, that's just poetic irony right there. I mean, it says something about the human psyche when it's trying to be a victimizer and then becomes a victim. I mean, it just goes to show how mad pussy can drive a nigga, you know? Well, obviously, that's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss a predator that we know well too much. It's Lester the Molester, and it's not really Lester from GTA 5, but it may as well be. Not only because of the appearance, but because of the psyche behind this guy. I mean,
his big brain time.
This guy thinks he knows it all, and he tries to suave move his way out, but it turns out he clicked 0 on charisma, and well, it's gonna show apparently. So let me know what you guys think about this.
Walking into our undercover house is 39-year-old John Elliott, a factory worker for a window company. He's driven 2.5 hours to meet a girl who told him she was 12 and home alone. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was just watching some TV. Come sit down.
We've hired this 19-year-old actress, Casey, to be our decoy. Elliot seems to think she's the 12-year-old virgin he's been chatting with online for the past month.
2.5 hour drive after 1 a.m. Shit, it's real nigga hours. Alright, before Lester goes on a tangent here, let me remind you guys that a lot of these predators will go so far out of their way just for a little bit of forbidden fruit that it's almost like they've calculated the risks, except for when it comes to law enforcement. I mean, they're like, okay, well, I've got to cut my schedule in half. Maybe I might get a speeding ticket. Who cares? At least I'm going to get some of that bald beaver. Am I right? Well, maybe if they were going to go out of their way and, you know, take a 3-hour drive, maybe a little 6-hour road trip, why not just check out the place first, you know, like drive around? Or did they not think of that?
Using a screen name so disturbing we can't broadcast it.
Bald Beaver Hunter 69. I gotta be honest with you, the first time I found out that was his username, I fucking bawled laughing. I mean, that's funny. He may be a sick, depraved predator, but that's fucking funny.
He tells the decoy about his fantasy of being with a young girl.
You were asking me about what I was daydreaming about. Well, that's it. You nude and me licking you.
Damn, bruh. Is it a surprise that these guys are pedophiles? They can't even flirt. What kind of a man describes a female as like a popsicle? Like, I'd love to unwrap you and then start licking you up, and then you're going to start dripping, and I'm going to have to get like a wet napkin and then clean it up, and it's going to get on my shorts, and I'm going to have to change my fucking shorts, and then I got to change it to my sweatpants, which are uncomfortable because I've gained weight, and those were my only good shorts, and you dripped all over them. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You get out of here. I don't even want to fuck you anymore.
But as soon as I saw your pic, I was like, man, I'd give anything I could to have one night with her.
Yo, to actually make those kinds of statements, you gotta own something of value to actually trade in, you know? I mean, of course, you're not gonna actually fuck a girl, and you're not gonna actually give anything you have. But like, what do you have, bro? Like Transformers? Do you have like a Lego collection or some shit? Like, well, never mind. You know, I'm going on a tangent myself here.
Oh.
At one point, he seems to fear she might be a policewoman. But as you can see, that doesn't stop him from showing up.
Somebody call 911 because I've got a mad case of the hot boners.
I'm a motherfucking boner. I got a motherfucking boner.
How did you act like I gotta pee so bad?
Yeah, it's the first door on the left. I let him go to the bathroom, and when he came out, he seemed a little more relaxed. He was a little more comfortable that, you know, okay, she let me go to the bathroom. We're gonna be here a while.
Gosh, you're pretty.
Why do pedophiles have to be so fucking creepy? I mean, I understand that some of them are mentally disturbed, but this does not excuse the crippling social deficiencies that some of these guys are just presenting on themselves. Holy fuck. I mean, that's something a 6-year-old would say to their babysitter, like, oh gosh, you're pretty. Oh, I just creamed my pants. I mean, hell, you're the adult in that situation. Of course, it's not a very typical adult-child relationship there, but you're the adult. Holy fuck, man.
Thank you. So what are your plans, or what are you thinking?
Kissing you.
Yeah?
I mean, that was, you know, how we talked on the internet.
Shaking my head. Niggas will run up a check till it's time to cash out.
As the decoy presses him,
Like,
he stops smiling and seems to get suspicious. She asks him about that photo he sent her of the girl receiving oral sex.
Oh, that picture you sent me with the 14-year-old girl. Was she really 14?
I don't know. I just found it off of a guy off the internet when we were talking.
Earlier in the chat logs, this guy sends a picture of what supposedly is a child engaging in a sex act. Of course, they didn't show anything, but of course they did mention it, and which makes me wonder, like, does the team have to report this shit to the police? Because, I mean, they're also now downloading and archiving pictures of a child, which is just a very slippery slope, something I've always been critical of, but I digress. From that point, all I gotta say is that was a terrible execution of trying to bait him to say, yes, I am in possession of illegal images. Like, well, I mean, I know it probably wasn't the decoy's call. She has someone in her ear telling, now ask him this. Ask him if he's got a boner. Ask him if he's in possession of any illegal narcotics. Like, I mean, these guys need to do some frontline shit, because it seems easy for them. It's probably like playing a video game where they catch bad guys, but it's not so easy when you're on the front lines and you actually have to face these socially crippled individuals who will say anything or do anything just for a little bit of pussy, right? So I think that was just a bad call. That was a terrible execution. And of course the guy got all serious and suspicious. Who wouldn't? That's like saying, hey, you got any drugs on you? At like a drug bust.
Is that like what you wanted to do?
That's what I want to do, but there's something in me that it's not right, you know, and it's really bothering me.
Hell yeah, baby girl. Yeah, I just want to touch you up, fill you up really nice, lick you like a lollipop, like a little popsicle. But it's wrong. It's wrong, and I know I'm sick, and I should probably go to jail. And to be honest with you, thinking about it right now, this was a huge mistake. In fact, I wasn't even the one texting you. I don't even know who I am right now. Who are you? This is Six Flags, right? Yeah, it's wrong. This is retarded. That's what this is. This is genuinely mentally retarded, and this is abhorrent behavior, and I'd never do something like this. Disgusting. Where's Chris Hansen? If Chris Hansen were here, I'd call him on both of us, because we're both acting inappropriate right now, and it's wrong. It's disgusting and vile and sickening.
Was she really 14?
You seem pretty confident on the internet in terms of what you wanted to do. Mm-hmm. What was your plan tonight?
Actually, I wasn't really going to be doing anything because I was worried of getting too scared and nervous about it.
Now, why were you getting so scared and nervous?
Leave it to Chris Hansen to call a nigga out on his shit. He's like, you was talking mad game earlier. Why are you all shy all of a sudden? Got a little vodka cock there? You can't get your shrimp hard all of a sudden? You're in the house. You're seconds away from getting into the forbidden forest, and suddenly you got a little bit of a cold shoulder there. Well, what's wrong, huh? No game? Well, come on, did you leave that shit at home?
Yeah, I did.
When I ask him about his obscene screen name, he starts to laugh.
You think this is funny?
What's so goddamn funny about Bald Beaver Hunter 69, huh? And while you're at it, explain to me the joke behind slap my freshly shaved nuts 420. Because I don't get the joke. No, really, I don't get the joke. Sometimes I'll mention these usernames in front of my assistants and they'll snicker, and I don't know whether to yell at them or, I mean, is it a joke that can you tell me? Please, I really don't know.
Yes.
Well, what do you think should happen to you?
Sent to an island.
Sent to an island.
Exile.
Exile an island. You still think this is all funny?
I don't know why you're asking me stuff like this. I mean,
well, why do you think I'm curious about all this?
I can tell you're a therapist. I know. I mean, not just.
You think I'm a therapist?
Yeah, by the way,
So you think that you came over here to meet this girl and magically a therapist sat down to help you through your problem?
Okay, so I may have been wrong. Playing dumb definitely might help him out in the long run. So he's the first self-aware predator I've ever seen. I mean, still a disgusting, vile creature, but he's got a dope username. I gotta admit that. Peace!
Was she really 14?